Hi, this is Ian Thompson, Nanaimo's downsizing specialist, and today it's time for another great article on downsizing. This one might surprise you what the topic is, but before we get to that, I just wanted to say thanks again for being part of my YouTube community and enjoying my channel. If you like my channel, make sure you hit the button, and then you'll get notified for new videos that come up, and then other people will also know so we can spread the word about some of these downsizing information. And if you'd like to book an appointment with me to talk about your specific downsizing needs, you can hit the other button down below, and that goes right into my calendar, and we can book a time that works for you to get together. Okay, so I said you'd be surprised about the topic, and that's why it says more people, this was in the Globe and Mail today, more seniors are opting to stay put rather than downsize their homes. Now you'd think, why would someone that specializes in helping people downsize their house be excited about an article that says more people don't want to do that? It does seem a little odd. But at the end of the day, being a specialist, what I do isn't for everybody, and that's great, right? Some people do decide that they want to stay in their home rather than going into a condo, which is the crux of this article today. And some of the highlights I just wanted to read to you. Some clients are saying, this is for financial planners. The survey was done across the country. They're stymied by the process of buying and selling property, moving, transfer fees, downsizing furniture, and household items. So we can stop right there and say there's no doubt that the downsizing process is really overwhelming. That's the word that we keep using, we keep hearing people say, and sometimes it's just easier not to move at all. Fair enough. We have people that can help you make that process easier. So, you might be thinking it's easier to stay home, but maybe for health reasons, you do have to move. If that's you, make sure you let us know, because we've got some excellent partners we work with that will come to your house and literally do all the work, everything that you need done, move to your new home. Yes, there's some expense involved there, but it's a good investment if you've decided that it really is time to downsize and move to something smaller. Okay, back to the article. This says, here's an interesting comment, a report from the Canadian Foundation of Financial Planning. People who have a strong emotional attachment to their house are more likely to want to remain there during their retirement years. So I guess that comes down to how much do you actually love your home. Some people are in a home for a while and think, can't wait to move out. It worked when I had kids, and now they're gone, so I don't really want to be here anymore, or I want to move to a different part of the country. That comes up later in the article as well. But just interesting, if you really love your house, you're less likely to say, hey, let's go and move to a condominium. Older seniors, there's so many different levels of seniors that we're working with, right? There's, when you're retired, they call the three things: the go-go years, the slow-go years, and the no-go years. Those are the three sort of things when you're in retirement from that last third of your life, 65 to 100, or however old you're going to live to be. I think everybody's going to live longer and longer, but we're already seeing it. So, that in itself has some implications, which we can talk about in another article. But basically, if you're older and like to stay in your house, there's probably modifications that need to be done. And that's another reason that we can help you. Another way we can help you, we know carpenters and people that can come in and, you need grab bars in the washroom with those taller toilets and walk-in showers, perhaps, instead of a bathtub. We know that falling is one of the top issues for seniors, really leads to a dramatic change in your life. So you want to avoid that if you've decided to stay in your house. Again, grab bars or things in the kitchen. Maybe you need some lower countertops. Maybe you'll have mobility issues now and you need some different ways to access your house. There's so many things that can go on there. So let us know if that's something that you need help with as well. Also, they talked about, and this is a valid one too, right? My home is $700,000, but what I want to buy is $800,000. And that's just not the math that many people have for retirement. They, of course, want to sell their house for $9 million and buy something for $6 million and pocket $600,000 to come farther ahead and help them in retirement. And that's certainly a valid concern. We are seeing that, especially in the Central Island area, there aren't a lot of new patio home developments. So it's a valid concern and something we can get together and talk about. Are there other options, other parts of the island that you might want to live to? Also goes on to say people are moving out of the province, moving to Alberta, where the real estate is less expensive. So if you're selling here on the island, where our average price is 800, and you're going to Edmonton where the average price is 450. And then you're going to come out farther ahead. Of course, it's 40 below there. I lived in Winnipeg. I know what 40 below is like. It's not great, actually, especially in the May long weekend. It gets a little chilly then, but hopefully it warms up after that. Anyways, back to what we're talking about here. The next page talks about, people want to stay in their house because it's a place for grandkids to come, which is nice. Moving into a condo, space gets tighter. So there's a certain timeline where it feels great to have the kids come over to your house. And then later on, like, well, I don't want to move into a condo, but it's costing me more to upkeep my home. And that's sometimes what you need to really put some pen to paper. And that's one of the final thoughts in this article was high strata fees can make people think, well, geez, I don't want to move into a condo. It's $500, $600, $700 a month. But what does it actually cost you to keep your home? Whether someone else is cutting your grass now or, you're saving money to replace the roof, it's inevitable. These things are going to go. So if you have to do those, roof's easily $15,000, $20,000. When you back that math out, the strata fee covers all those things and you don't have to worry about that anymore. But just thought it was an interesting take on whether downsizing is right for you or not. And we always like to get together and have a coffee and talk about some of the options so that you can make the best decision for yourself. Once again, just hit that button below and you can go right into my calendar and we can make an appointment to get together. Okay? Thanks for watching. Have a great day.